I find this shooting in Aurora, Colorado, sheds light on so many problems in education. The education philosophy, the way mental health is being manipulated and so forth. And why does people with borderline problems end up precipitating significant terrorism and grief on people when they graduate education? We had this guy in Illinois, we had in Virginia, and so on. Now we have in Aurora. He was a doctoral student and started to withdraw. And I think that, it's clear that he has psychiatric problems and so forth. Folks shouldn't be medicated to go to graduate school. If folks need medication, give them the medication. Let them just have a job that doesn't require a lot of responsibility and stress and strain. They should be content, well, man, I don't have the ability. Let me just get something that I can handle. Because basically, the principle way back in the 70s is that people are promoted until they are promoted beyond their capabilities. And then the whole world is going to collapse. Your business is going to fall. Because this guy doesn't have what it takes to run up here. And how do people get elected? Well, it's like a popularity contest. It's like a beauty show. It's like who will bend over backwards. It's like who will do whatever. And then like in Hollywood, you just happen to have the amount of fame, and then it mushrooms into a life of celebrityship, big wealth, and all that. And so people aspiring, I want that, because education is a motor. It gets you into the money, into the limelight, into the celebrityship, at least that's all we see. And so people would like to get the money and so they go for the education. Whether they have to have crutches, like get help, and I see some people go to school, almost in a stretcher. They have nurse, they have psychologists, they have pharmacists, they have a person to take notes, people to write the homework. Why even before that, why don't you say, look, you just make get enough so you can appreciate life and just be happy at work. But you know what, that is big money in the economy, because you got to do all these things, and school get help and money and so forth, and all that, and everything is cool. But I think, apart from the psychiatric problem and the borderline thing, graduate study is very disconcerting, and I think it hurts the minds of so many people out there. Because you see, although the British system is something that you start specializing from the time you're 10, you have to know where you want to go, and you have to start acquiring those skills and those abilities to move into that area. For example, like a person studying medicine in the Caribbean or in Africa or in India, as opposed to a person studying medicine in the States. The person in the Caribbean, all through high school, they'd be gathering bits and pieces of information that would help them to be a doctor. Whereas the guy, when he gets into college at 25, and says, I'm going to do medicine. And this medicine entrance exam that you do, like it's playing games just like law school admissions and all the other admission school. And if you're trivial and you're very borderline, you could pass those exams and you get into medicine. One guy, he graduated from high school and college at the same time, and he wants to do medicine something. But in the American system here, when a guy was playing games in college, and just with sex, drugs, alcohol, just showing up and so on. And then you don't have to know this stuff, just to find it. When you get into graduate work, you have to have a project, and you have to come up with something creative and so forth. How are you going to do that? Because, it is rehashing what you've done in high school, what you've done in college. You would have picked up something along the way that you could I got to follow this up some more. And you're working it, and then you say, oh man, this is what I'm going to work on. Well, you don't know nothing, what you're going to do. I recall when I was in college in Florida, this young lady saying, I would like you to write my papers to me and work with me to get through graduate school, but I know I'm in charge of something, because when they discover she's going to do some stuff that she won't go to the back in class, people saying, well, we don't believe she's really behind this thing, and they're checking out, and I'm in charge of some thing, and my whole life would just get into topsy-turvy. And matter of fact, she would be so happy to cooperate with them and sling me up. Right? So here's this guy, basically, they're in school, and he did neuroscience, like he wants to do mental stuff because like he has mental problems and he wants to be able to solve his problems. So that's not a good reason to get into graduate school. You have to definitely have the ability and so on. And when you get into graduate school, you don't have to go to high school and college career. It's going to be really hard, and especially if you're voodoo and magic and Satanism and all that. Because if God is with you in graduate school, He could help you along. Help you discern what is truth and pursue things that are fruitful and productive and so forth. So I guess this should cause us to really question our strategy in graduate school. Whether somebody who has psychiatric problems, who's on medication and all these kind of helps need to go into graduate school. Because I recall when I was in Canada, I was listening to a radio station from out in Buffalo, and this psychologist, this Christian psychologist, James Dobbs, he said that the American government discriminates against the disabled. He says you don't find the disabled in the army. I said, oh boy. I mean, this psychologist, what was he talking about? Was he that stupid? Here's a life and death situation. Here, disabilities could hamper operations. So what kind of disability I'm putting there? Fellows who weren't things straight, those who were in wheelchair, those with crutches, those who lost an eye. It's like, what are the ones I'm putting there? So folks got to, and what I'm discovering here too importantly was this. Like people who are disabled have access. Like when it's feeding time, they have a special area for them to sit on and they're served first and so on, and when there's the line, they go out to the head of the line and so on. And I'm saying, like, I don't think this is right. Furthermore, I'm discovering that people are going to rehab. Generally in the rehab, if the guy is working hard and look like he's serious, someone is start calling themselves pastor, they have the Bible and they're teaching and they have some talking a lot in the class and all that. Next thing you know, they have a church and they have some, it's like getting money from the government and from here and there to run some game they have for the homeless or whatever. And these losers just be like, they just be the new celebrities around rehab and around dropping missions. Because I know about he came down with his girlfriend and they were sleeping out in the woods and she just took off and gone. Because women can't handle, a normal woman can't handle living in the woods. They have to have a place because of the needs and the way we're in our. And he's in a program and now he's volunteering and some of the women when they're talking to him, they give him such a respect and it's like, oh man, he look at you choose the best and so on. But by the way, all of them, the social workers, they don't even went to no college to study no social work. They just happen to have been on the street doing drugs, prostitution, and somehow they went in some program and they worked hard and the counselor recommend them and they now are they're counselors now and they're social workers. So they all come together and they hook up with, and they're losers basically, and then they want privileges. They have a car and they have office and they have access and they have status and they have all this stuff. So you ask yourself, well, was it worth being good and going to school and avoiding drugs and going to jail and keeping mind together and so on? What was the point? You're getting ahead, you see. And I think that people think in terms of, these have practical experience. You see, they were on the street, they know how to be the street. The ones who never went on the street are the ones who know how to be the street. The ones who never use drugs are the ones who know how to avoid using drugs and so on. But a guy in my building, he was on the other side, he from the other side. So last night I went out in the portrait, taking a break, I was making a video. So he comes to me and said, hey, you have cigarettes? I said, no, I'm no fumer. I don't smoke. She said, do you use weed? I said, man, I said, I don't smoke, bro. I don't use drugs, I don't drink, I don't do none of that. I was like, you don't understand that. And he could want to hurt me because he feels inferior to me now. So, and then trying to have conversations with me, I got to tell him in a nice way, bro, listen, man, I'm busy, I have a lot of things going on, man. I love you, I respect you, bro, but, I don't want to have conversations with you, bro, because, I'm working on something right now, and it's like doing different kind of things, bro. So leave me alone and just do your thing, bro. You have a lot of people who want to do your stuff, what's up with them, just, it's love, bro. I respect you, man, but I'm not the one, bro. you're not the chosen one, man. You know, go somewhere. So I'm like, I mean, go, okay, peace and love, man. Everything is good. Everything is far beyond the sale here. Everything is good. So that's the whole situation. So there's mental health. There's a mental health crisis in the world. And we have to find a way to let them accept their mental disability and just take something that they can handle and graduate and these responsibilities that come with a graduate degree. That's not the place where you want to go. Right? And well, with everybody now hurting the minds with the videos, the cartoons, the what, the drugs they use and the stuff they do to themselves. How many people really going to be unscathed to go to graduate school? And then again you have the economic reality in which graduate program need people. They need them in there, so they know who rejected. I recall once a high school failed the whole class. And the college said, what is it you're doing, man? We need these boys to matriculate here, bro. They can come over here, we can have one of your program and they're going to be good. So that's capitalism here. But in real terms, this is dangerous and we need to watch this. I don't know the solution, man, but it's dangerous, okay?